So, Music Art Geek here, and today I'm looking at the LDRama, which is a really cool module from Nonlinearcircuits. It was suggested by someone named Alex Brundry. That was the idea, anyway, to Andrew. Andrew acknowledged him on the front panel there, which is pretty cool. And what this is an array of 48 light-dependent resistors, or photocells or photoresistors, and their resistance goes down as more light falls on them. So when that happens, more voltage goes through. So I'll give you an example here. They're arranged in groups of 4. So there's 12 groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, and 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom row. There are outputs for each cell. There's the voltages coming out now. This is the main fader for all the voltages, which is also controllable by CV, a VCA. So that control voltage adds to the position of the knob. So every one of those cells now is emitting a voltage. There's lots of light falling on it. But if I black out some of the light, you'll see some of the cells, and it depends on how much light. A little bit of light gives you a little voltage. No light gives you no voltage. So you may have noticed that this array is in a rectangle shape, which of course is designed for these little things. So you can take a video. I'm going to get one here from some dolphins swimming or something. Let's see, have a look here. Put this on here. Adjust my main fader. Oh, I don't really need to there. You generally want it just on a little bit of a threshold. So remember, you hear some audio there coming out of that foam, but that's not what it's triggering. It's being triggered by the light content on top of all those cells. There you can see the video making quite, in fact, you see different cuts to different scenes and so on. And I'm trying interesting things with looping videos because that kind of gets you into sort of musical stuff that's interesting. I'll show you how that affects a patch, for example. I've got one of these outputs, I'm not actually sure which one, going to a, let me turn that off, going to a quantizer in the Ornament Crime. So it's a MetaQ quantizer that's triggered on voltage change. So whenever the voltage changes enough, it resamples and sends it through a quantizer, and I put a note mask on it. I think it's a C9th chord. So I'll give you an example of what that sounds like here. So there's it's a Mutable Instruments Plaits going through some filters and stuff, but so that gives you one example. I've also got it set on the position of a file that's frozen in a Mutable Instruments Clouds clone, actually a Typhoon. But I'll give you that. So there's a drone from a sample. And the position in the file is changing from one of the cells. So that's how it works. Now I'm going to give you a more sustained demo, and I'm going to take the opportunity to wish Andrew Fitch at Nonlinearcircuits a kind of a get well card. Andrew's had a bit of a health thing, and I think he's going to be fine, but certainly was a bit of a bother for him, and he had lots of friends around the world who had him in their thoughts. So I've got this film of really adorable koala bears. Andrew is in Australia, so I figured that might be a nice Australian thing to look at. And these koala bear videos are now going to control the synthesizer. So let's have a look at that.